Alright, we got another target here. I haven't pulled it out of the ground yet, but I think it's going to be a really cool one. It was coming up like a 70. You guys can see part of it here. I already know what it is. I'm sure you do too by now. But let's see if the whole thing's complete. I hope it is. So far, so good. Alright. How cool is that? It's a cap gun, of course. Not a real gun. But I love finding these things because that just takes you back to somebody's childhood that really enjoyed this as a kid. This one is really in good shape and really complete. It's pretty awesome. Let me clean it up and we'll get a better look. This thing just got a whole lot cooler after I cleaned it up. You can see it says Roy Rogers right there, which was a famous Western television cowboy, for those of you that are too young to know. But this thing is in great shape. You can see it's missing the plastic handle grips back here, but that's okay. I don't usually find them this complete. You can see it's got a, you don't see that on toys anymore, not often. See, it's got an R right, or a K right there. That's the brand that actually made the cap gun. This little mechanism right here is cool. I'm not sure what that was for, but this is a super cool cap gun. This is the best I can get it cleaned up in the field, because all I've got with me is just like a toothbrush. But that's a super cool find. For me it is. I love finding these old toys and things that relate to people from the past. That's awesome, guys. Let's keep looking. Got my first mine tag of the day. See if it has a number on it. They normally do. For those of you that might be new to the channel, or if this is your first time watching me metal detect around these old houses, this is an old mining coal camp where the miners and their families used to live. And all these things I find here are not going to be anything that's worth a whole lot to anyone except me. It's got a few numbers on it there. Can't quite make them out. But what these were used for is the miners would use them to check in and out at the mine, so they would know who was in the mine and who wasn't. And they were identified by the number stamped on this. Also, they used them on the coal cars as well that were pushed along the rail. These are pretty cool to find. I've got a boatload of them at home, but you always find them around these old house sites. I'll show y'all in the distance there. You can see the old post for the homes where they sit, and here I'm on this flat. And I'm just metal detecting along the back side of this hill, which I've learned, while I've learned as I've done this, that along the back sides of these hills they would toss out a lot of stuff that they didn't want, because it wasn't like it is now. We have trash that runs every week or whatever. People had to do whatever they did, and there's a lot of trash out here, of course. But a lot of things are discarded, like the cap gun that we found, and just spoons and whatever. When these old houses were tore down, whatever was left inside probably was just left here. So we find a lot of personal items, household items. Sometimes I'll come across a coin, a mine script, or an old wheat penny or something like that. Not often do I find anything like silver or anything. It's mostly home related and related to the time, which most of the stuff I find here dates in the 40s and 50s and on up. People lived here up until the 70s and 80s, so there's stuff here from, I don't find a lot of the newer stuff because these houses were stacked. These upper houses were torn down a long time before, anybody had a chance to really do anything with them. So most of the stuff I find is related to the era 40s and 50s. So let's keep looking. I just found the remnants of an old toy car. Can't see any writing on it anywhere. See, the whole front end of it's missing. That's a tragedy. That would have been awesome to find a hole, but I can't find any writing at all on it. That would have been a cool toy to find. You can see the seats and the dashboard and the steering wheel, what's left of it, and the fins on the back. That would have been super cool if it had been complete. Alright everybody, just found a little shoe buckle here. It appears to be made out of either copper or brass. Found it right here by one of the house pillars. You can see all these other ones back here in the background here. I've moved across to another. There were houses here in rows. They just went on down the hill here. I moved over to the next one to see what I could find. Alright, I think I have another coin here, guys. There's the surface. See right there. Let's see what it is. Seems kind of small. Let's see if we can get her cleaned off a little bit. Can't make out the front. It's got a face on it, I can see that for sure. But the back has like a crown on it. You guys see that? And I see a 20. I lost my brush, by the way. I had a toothbrush and I've lost it. See that? Has like a crown on it. Let me get here in a second where you guys can see a little better. Trying to get it to where you can see it. There we go. There's like a crown on it and a 20. And it has a face on the front side, but I don't know who it is. That's pretty interesting for sure. You know, I have found foreign coins here on the side of this mountain. I assume it's where men had went to the war. World War II would be, my suspicion, would be the #1 pick, because I did find a Reichsmark or Reichspfennig back here on the hill, and it was a Third Reich coin. It actually had the German eagle and the swastika. It was a 5 Reichspfennig, I think is what you call it. And I found alongside of it, close to it, some coins from France. And this one, I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's very interesting. And I can't wait to get home and get it cleaned up to find out. Super cool find. Let's see what else we can get. Okay everybody, I had a 70 signal right here, which is really good signal. And I've got this right here that came out of the hole. Haven't looked at it yet. We're looking at it for the first time together. I think it's going to be a piece of mine script. You can see the hole punched. You can see the hole punch right there. Right there next to the top. If I turn it this way, I'm trying to focus this, guys, I'm sorry. But that is a piece of mine script. And I'm not sure what mine it's from. I can't make it out right now. But that's a great find. Another great find today, guys. Today's been a great day.